What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sketch a Day Live. Got my stunner shades on because life in the future is so beautiful. Just kidding. I'm just being silly. I'm here. What's up? Just gonna do a quick sci-fi Sunday for the next hour or so. Maybe do some sort of bike or spacecraft. But as always, check in. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're up to, and I hope you guys have been having a good weekend. We're going to be using Adobe Photoshop today, so if you're watching on Instagram and want a better experience, head over to youtube.com/sketchday.com. What's up, Tom and Svetlana, two of our patrons, the amazing patrons they are. Thank you. I've been trying to figure out ways to make that experience better as well on Patreon. So I'm going to be doing more day in the life stuff. I've already posted a video of just some of the stuff I'm up to during the day. I'll be doing more of that as well, giving you guys a cool, hopefully cool, behind the scenes look. I'm going to be using my brushes from my Sketch a Day brush kit today. Let's see. Let's start with the... Why is this brush so enormous? There we go. Let's start with the heavy stencils. So again, if you're watching on Instagram looking to interact, you want to head over to youtube.com/sketchday.com. I'm just going to warm up with some straight lines, drawing with my shoulder, elbow, all of that good stuff. What's up, Tom? Have you started your YouTube yet? Let me know when you do. I'll check it out. All right. New layer here. Do some circles. I'm not sure why this is giving me a straight line first, so I'm going to unplug my Cintiq here. I'm going to plug it back in. So you guys are going to be blank for a minute. This is Keyshot Roshan. I'm currently working on material graph. I'm thinking about putting a rendered green plant in, because are you even an industrial designer if you don't put a plant in your sketch? I don't know. I don't think so. At least not by Instagram standards. So we're just going to Photoshop everything today. Markers, paper, all of it. What is real anyhow? My tablet's like cutting out and doing weird stuff, so no promises on quality. What I mean by weird stuff is here I'm getting some weird straight line when I do my circles, so I don't know if it's a driver issue or what. I don't sketch in PowerPoint, but actually Reach Legal and Nick Baker both did a series a while back in sketching in PowerPoint, so you can check that out. Apparently it's a really good tool to sketch with, so you should ask them about it. I tend to stick to paper and Photoshop, and I don't use tools for the most part, so that's just me. I'm kind of old school and not very good, by the way. So if you're looking for good stuff, check those guys out. Also, there's this dude online named Roshan Hakim. Check him out. He's actually really good. So go check out his Instagram if you're looking for like really good stuff. All right, just did some ellipses. I think I'm pretty much good here. Roshan, what's up, man? You are having fun today. Only fair, because I have fun on your stream, so only fair. All right, let's see. Is this working? Oh, that's why. Okay. Boom. There we go. Now you can see me. See me while I draw. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do today. I think I'll start with the spaceship. And Tom had an interesting request the other day. He was like, have you ever just drawn with values instead of lines? So maybe I'll try that. I'm glad you got some tips. Good for you. I should talk to him about Twitch. I should talk to, I think it might just be this brush. So I'm going to try a different brush here. And my thing keeps cut. Okay, I'm gonna switch inputs one more time. I don't know about you guys if you use Apple products or not, but lately it seems like the quality has just gone down a ton, and I don't know why. So maybe that's just how they roll now. Yeah, see, my tablet's not working right now. Hold, please. Yeah, this is annoying. Give me just a sec. I need to be more professional like Roshan. For sure. I think that might be part of the issue. I tend to not be super professional. All right, I'm just gonna do some shapes here. Let's see. Let's pick some grays. Also, music provided by Paul Sohi, designer, Autodesk aficionado, human. Check him out. Let me angle my tablet here. So yeah, I just want to do some spaceship. I know Roshan did an awesome spaceship this week, so I'm not trying to cramp his style or anything, because I mean it's kind of untouchable, so it's not about trying to approach his greatness. I'm just having fun. I'm just a poser, really. So anyhow, I'm just gonna put down some lines here, much like I would with a marker. Let's see if I can suss out some sort of shape. People say they don't know where Roshan came from. They just say that he's a god among men. And no one really knows. No one really knows his origins, where he came from, why he's here, what the deal is, but we're sorry Instagrammers, forever graced by his presence. You know what, I'm going to shut this down because there's like 4 people watching, so it's not worth it. All right, peace out. If you want to catch me, youtube.com/sketchtoday.com. Peace and love. Bye. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. No one's really watching on Instagram, so I'm like, what's the point? I don't need to maintain both by any means or any stretch of the imagination. Do I need to? This is starting to feel like a Beetle, and I'm okay with it. Just doing some sci-fi stuff here. Let's just have fun without those Instagram interlopers. I think Roshan snuck in that way. Snuck in from Instagram because I don't know if he's. Are you subscribed to my YouTube? I don't know. So just painting with shapes and shade and tone here today. Yeah, and I'm just kind of going with the flow, which sometimes is super fun. Let me know where you're watching, if you're watching. You never know, really. This is a marker brush, so just getting some tones in here, and then I'll start to modify and tweak value where appropriate. Yeah, there's really no point in me streaming to 5 people, so if that's how it be, then I'm gonna not do it. I did just get verified on YouTube though. That's exciting. It's been months in the making. Maybe they finally recognize that I exist on YouTube. Maybe the algorithm will change. Who knows? Maybe when people search for industrial design, I'll actually show up. I don't know, man. Internet's a weird place. It's a very, very weird place. Alright, so maybe some sort of attack drone ship. You know, maybe inspired by some sort of insect or something. Something like that. Actually, let's go ahead and stretch this out a little bit. You can always use warp too to modify things. So if you want to change the shape, you can always do that. You know, like maybe you want it to kind of have a bull nose or be more forward in its shape or approach. That's actually kind of cool. So I'm going to maybe work with this shape. So you can do that by just hitting transform and then modifying your shape. Alright, so now I've got my base tones in. I'm going to come in and start doing some shadows here. So Roshan, I'm thinking about upgrading to an A7R3. What do you think? I have a friend that's selling one. Got a good deal on it. Why aren't I streaming on Twitch? I don't know much about Twitch. Should I? Chris, do you use Twitch? Should I stream on Twitch? When would I say someone has officially become a designer? I'm going to let Roshan answer that question. Roshan, if you're here, you get to answer questions. Next time I'm on your stream, you can have me answer a question for you. How about that? Because Roshan's like legend. I mean, he should be the one answering these questions. For sure. Wow, go for it. Yeah, I'm considering it, but it's not much different than my A7R2, minus a few things like the burst mode. So I'm trying to decide if I should. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. We'll see. Alright, so we're just going for speed here. Alright. Get some values in. How do you know when someone's arrived as a designer? I mean, there's probably a few things, like being validated by your peers is one. Being A7S Mark III. I don't really want A7X S Mark III. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't think I'm gonna get an A7 IV. It's like a consumer camera, and the resolution's always below the R series. So even if they release a new one, I guarantee you the resolution will be below the R. So right now the A7 III is 24 megapixels, right? The A7R4 is 62, I think, 67, 62, almost medium format quality. But I suspect the A7 IV, the consumer grade, cost-effective model, is not going to have near the same resolution. It might have like 36 megapixels, but it's not going to have 42 or 46 like the the R series does right now. I don't think so. Also of note, this isn't really in perspective right now. It's kind of feeling more like a side view, which is fine. You can chalk it up as an object here. Alright, just start to pull out all these values. So this is a marker brush from my brush kit that I'm using. Alright, just focusing on shadows right now. Let's take the size down a notch, and I'm going to adjust my values slightly. You're a designer when Spencer follows you. Whatever, man. Whatever. You know you've made it when Roshan follows you. Like, he's like Instagram legend. It's kind of an honor to have him here on the stream today. FYI. As much as it is an honor to have the patrons here. Tom, Svetlana. Sees Latrice here today. I don't see Latrice. Solid peeps. All of you. Amazing. Thank you. But yeah, Roshan is always showing us how it's done. So if you want to know how to be an industrial designer, Roshan Hakim. If you want to know how to scribble, check me out. And if you're looking for a fresh new streamer, Tom Humphrey is about to go live. Okay, I'm feeling silly today, guys. Sorry. But Tom, when your channel is live, definitely share it. And I'll pump you, give you a little boost for sure. I love it when people find a passion and figure out a way to do it. So. Alright, so just putting some shapes in here. This is all with grays, of course. Grays and near blacks. Let's see, how are we doing? 20 minutes in, not bad. Do a lot of creatives stream on Twitch? Serious question. I don't really know. The Twitch team did reach out to me a few years ago, and I never really followed through, but I'm just wondering if Twitch creative is really a thing or has been a thing. Maybe I completely missed that boat. TikTok's about to be banned though, so maybe Twitch is the next best thing for teenagers looking for content. We'll see. We'll find out very quickly here when Monsieur Presidente attempts to block TikTok. We will see. Might be a good opportunity for Roshan to launch his new app, TalkTik. It's like all you have is material graphs, green plants, and markers in the app. I have not seen the wholesome streamer. Being a designer requires a certain amount of industrial experience, separates you from design educators, design bloggers, and students. Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say the simple answer is, you know you've made it when you get a job. So getting a job is like validation. Not every job is created equally, but that's a vote of confidence in your skills, ability, aptitude, and a resounding yes to how you may have presented yourself in your portfolio and so forth. So I think, if anything, that's a pretty decent indication that you have made it as a designer. So I'd look for that. I'm painting with white right now. So lightest lights, darkest darks. Okay, trying to pull some highlights out. Again, using this quick marker brush that I have from my kit. It's available on sketchaday.com. By the way, it should actually drop you right on the store page. I'll update that soon, but it's kind of pushing some new product a little while back, so anyhow, lightest lights against darkest darks. That's going to give you your contrast that you need. So this is some alien spaceship. Just think about the shapes of all these things. And as you want to add some granularity, fidelity to everything. Sorry, I turned off my tablet for a minute. Alright, there we go. So now I can just add some highlights on part lines. Things like that. Texture if necessary. So Tom, I don't know if this answers your question. You had asked me earlier if I could do something that is value-based, but here you go. Just painting with values, lots of strokes, yes, but this is all just value-based sketching. This is Sketchaday Live. If it's your first time, hit subscribe. If you like it, if you don't, hit subscribe anyways, so you'll know where to come hate it. But if you're really angry and upset, if you're like, this is not what I wanted to see on a Sunday afternoon, at least where I am, head over to instagram.com/RoshanHakim. That's where you want to be. You can channel your hate there. And just let him know. Okay? So when you think of Sketchaday in a negative sense, and that's important, just go to his Instagram, okay? It's the place to be. He loves it when you give hateful comments, by the way. So check that out. Looks like an alien head. Maybe we'll keep working on it. We'll keep working on it, broski. But I'm trying not to use specifically lines here and just, oops, paint with values. Marker brush value, just like that. I started watching the Umbrella Academy. It's actually pretty good. I'm surprised. I thought it was just going to be an X-Men knockoff. It's like, obviously. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I will report back when I'm done with the series to date. But I just barely started watching it. Alright, so painting with some value here. Tom said it looks like an alien head, so I'm going to try and tweak that a bit. Maybe that's how they want their ships to be, like their heads. They're so egocentric that they're like, make the ship look like us. And so the builders were like, okay, we'll make it look like your heads. Because they knew if they didn't, they would be turned into Snorlax food. I'm just making stuff up, guys. Alright, cool thing about this is when you paint with value, you can actually apply color on top of it with the right blending modes and quickly get a mood going or whatever it is you're you're really after. It's pretty cool. Just painting with value here. Alright, if there's another side to this, then I need to paint that in, so let's go. Full black. On board, all aboard, let's go. Alright, so maybe something like that to start. Maybe a bit like District 9. Everything looks like something. Do my kids sketch digitally? Yeah, they doodle. They doodle. What's up, Nolan? Hey, hey. Alright, so now I'm going to do some transform stuff. I almost swore. I'm going to do some transform stuff so we can play with this. Like, once you have the values down, then you can kind of like start to compose things. If you want this to have more of a head, or if you want it to taper back, whatever we want to do, we can do that. At least in Photoshop, just by hitting transform. Now we have the power. Like He-Man. I have the power by the power of Grayskull. Did you guys watch He-Man? I'm guessing no. Some of you are probably like, what are you talking about, Spencer? What are you talking about? I mean, if you wanted this to be like a fast ship, you probably should have more taper, but I kind of like the idea of this bullnose thing. I just like the bullnose. Like if this was, you know, had like a hump in the front or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to apply that. There's the before, there's the after. What do you guys think? Before or after? Before or after? While you decide, I'm going to have a little bev, a little bevy, a little drink. What's up? Sketch Day Live. Cheers to you. Happy Sunday. Oh yeah, I was like 31. You look like 16, man. There's no way you're 31. But Tom, since you're 21, cheers to you. Happy Sunday. Let's go. He-Man, yes. And the Masters of the Universe. So cool. If you haven't yet, by the way, and they're not paying me to say this, watch The Toys That Made Us on Netflix and watch the He-Man episode. Alright. You remind me of the Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what you remind me of. From now on, Roshan, anytime you do a design, I'm going to be like, that reminds me of. Just kidding. Okay, for you guys who don't know, Roshan and I are actually friends. We hang out on Instagram a lot. And whenever he does a stream, I go on and give him a little crap here and there. Just to keep him sharp, you know? Because right now he's flying kind of high. He's flying high, smelling himself, and I'm like, alright, somebody's got to keep this dude in check. So I come on and I give him a little... stuff here and there. I can't swear. I wish I could swear. I mean, I could swear, but I gotta keep it good for the kids, you know. The innocent children. Kind of looks like everything looks like something. I get it. Everything looks like something. How do you guys feel about the Alien movies? That's actually a good reference. I like that. Thank you for sharing that. But how do you guys feel about the Alien movies and what Ridley Scott did? I suppose in more recent times with... I even forgot the names of those now. I guess I need to go watch them, but... How do you guys feel about those? Kind of cool. I like them. I like any sci-fi movie, really. Even if it's terrible, I'll watch it. Because it's provocative, usually. I think the most recent sci-fi movie I've seen was Upgrade. That was pretty good. Oh no, the most recent sci-fi movie I saw was The Invisible Man. That was a good one. It was really, really, really good. If you haven't seen that, you should go see it. Stop watching my stream. If you're over 18, go watch The Invisible Man. Go have some nightmares and then come back and talk to me. Yeah. At least that's what I would do. Like, you know what? It's been a while since I've had a good nightmare. I'm gonna watch The Invisible Man and then go tell Spencer how it was. That's what I would do. In fact, that's probably what your parents would tell you and your therapist or your spouse. Go watch The Invisible Man. Okay. After this, I'm gonna do just a quick, I think, speeder cycle, but I'll show you some color on top of this as well. What that looks like. Alright, so this is kind of just a value study, perhaps. And it's really big right now on the canvas, so what I can do is actually just scale this down a little bit, maybe stretch it out. Scale it down. Alright, something like that. You can even move it up and then start to add some stuff to it. The cool thing about scaling sketches down is you actually increase the fidelity without having to work harder. So one thing you can do if you're sketching something like this or stuff like this is you can just scale down your sketch and it'll help increase the fidelity automatically. It's like free. It's like being able to be like Roshan, but for free. That's what it's like. So I'm gonna call it officially the Roshan filter. My Photoshop looks like it's from Adobe. Yes, it is. We love French comedy, Louis de Funès. Oh, I need to check that out. I did watch The Umbrella Academy, Tom, and I'm going to finish it for sure. For sure. For sure. What do I think about V, the original miniseries? I haven't seen V, the original miniseries, so I don't know, Svetlana and Art. I really don't know. I don't like these legs or things that I put on here, so I'm just going to erase them. Just get rid of them. Sometimes it happens. It happens to the best of us. Unless you're Roshan, it never happens. Legend has it, Roshan's never used undo in a sketch. He's never used undo, never zoomed in. That's just what people say. I don't know if it's true, but that's word on the street. So you might want to just send an email to Roshan at roshanhakim.com. and see if that's true, but I'm just saying. I don't think he's ever used undo. They do look like legs, I know. I'm trying to just create like a massive like technological things happening in the front here. Right, something like just silhouette stuff. Also, I've heard he finger paints on his iPhone. So if you ever see a sketch on his iPad, he doesn't actually have an iPad. And it's not really an iPhone, it's an Android phone. So if you want to feel, crappy about life, go follow Roshan. Alright, I'll stop messing with you, dude. Oh, welcome to Liquid Sci-Fi Sunday. I hope you're having a good time. I am. Thanks for joining me and hanging out, because I have no friends, and you are my friends. Just kidding. But for real, Patreon is it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna give you more glimpses into my life. I think that's something that a few of you have asked for, so unless you hate it, let me know. I'll be happy to. Okay, maybe some shadow down here. I'm just planning ahead. Roshan says he toe paints on his Android device. That's what he does. So, but yeah, the thing is, okay, so I'll show you something real cool here. So let's say I have this sketch. I'm gonna duplicate this layer, and then let's turn that off. I can jump to a new layer, scale this down, duplicate this. Let's scale it up, and let's go ahead and create a warp here. All right, and with this warp, we can start to create some different shapes. You can actually do liquify as well if you want to. So if you're just playing around and you're like, let's create some different craft, some different ideas here, we can do that. That's actually pretty cool. All right, so I might do something like that. Transform, and we can flip it horizontally, scale it down. Now it's going the opposite way. Maybe I like that. We can put it somewhere else on the page. Try some different shapes. Alright, so just another quick way to work here. Let's see. I need to plug my laptop in. Pardon me. How embarrassing would that be if the stream ended because my laptop was unplugged? That would be so embarrassing. That would be a rookie move, like something Roshan would do. But you guys know we don't do that here. We keep it tight, we keep it professional. That's what we do. All right, so I might have a few options here on the page. And then, actually, let me do duplicate, transform. We can even combine some shapes. All right, like maybe we want to combine these and stretch one out. Kind of put it together. And then we'll see what that becomes. Just kind of play with these. Pretty fun. Alright, so sometimes when you do one sketch, you can kind of come in and do a bunch more, and then come in and tweak things a little bit. I love you, man. I'm giving you shit because I love you. If I mess with you as a person, it's usually because I love you. So you're cool. Alright, so let's say I have some shapes like these are actually turning out to be pretty cool. And maybe this will just be my focus for the stream. So we'll make these work, alright? So I've got all these layers. I'm gonna be bold and just say I'm gonna do this all in the same layer. You know, I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. And just start to kind of paint. Add details in where we need them. If this is boring, by the way, let me know. I thought about just doing something different for you. And for me, it's super relaxing. So let me know what you think. As always, if you are a patron, you will have access to this file and any scanned sketches moving forward. That's going to be just a benefit. That's a perk that you guys get as patrons, so you'll have access to the full high-resolution files. Just out of curiosity, Tom, Svetlana, did you download the last file or no? I'm curious. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know as well. I'm just curious. And I'll switch up the music here for you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I might, do some stuff like kind of have some surfaces in here. All things we can play with. Pretty cool. We have a few designs for some spaceship things. What's up, Chin Mei? On a strict budget, would I recommend an iPad or Wacom? I would get an iPad. Chin Mei. The reason being, for me at least, with an iPad, I can do a lot of stuff. Roshan, what would you do? Since I have you here. And don't you dare disappear from my stream without saying goodbye. Or that will end our friendship. Not really, but I think an iPad's a better value just because you can do a lot of stuff with it. I think. I am gonna add like a turbine or some sort of propulsion thing to this guy, right? So let me just block in a shape here. And then let's pick some grays, increase our brush size, highlights, shadows, deep shadow. Reduce the brush size, add some part lines. It's pretty cool what you can do when you do draw or paint with light. Again, hopefully answering Tom's question. Tom was curious if I could do this. The answer is yes, I can. Much like Bob the Builder. Yes, we can, Tom. Yes, we can. So what do you think, Roshan? Final take. A7R 3 or no? I can get it from a friend with a 24-70 G Master lens for around $3,000. I'd have to sell a few things, but it's not impossible per se. It's annoying, but it's not impossible. You know how it is. I think you're selling your monitor, aren't you? All right, Roshan said that I have been a gold mine for people to follow on Instagram, so I'm going to share another one with you. I'm going to share another one with you in the chat, not the chant. This is not a meditation session meant to improve your life. This is about sketching, okay? So this is Dwayne Vance, a friend of mine. He is the master of chicken scratch. I'm going to post another link as well. Link to the stuff I use if you're curious. Check out Dwayne. He's cool. He works for Hot Wheels, actually. And we go back. We've competed. We've communicated. Just been friends online for some time. But check him out. All right. He even has published books. I don't have a published book yet. Officially published book yet. More on that soon, of course. But yeah, check out Dwayne. Master of Chicken Scratch. Check him out if you're curious. He does a lot of like hot rods, and he does this series right now that's about tank rods. He's made a deck of playing cards. Just a cool dude. Cool dude. Met him in person too, so we're not just internet friends like me and Roshan. I actually don't know if Roshan is real. He could be a bot for all I know. I mean, that probably makes more sense considering how skilled he is. He might be a bot meant to mess with our elections in the United States by way of design. But we'll never actually know. So it's just one of those things in life you have to accept. You know, and you're just like, okay, I don't know what's happening here, but I accept it. This is how it is. That's Roshan for you. All right. You know what these are kind of reminding me of? I don't know if you guys played the game Super R-Type on the Super Nintendo back in the day, but this one in particular reminds me a little bit of the craft that was in that game. Super R-Type. Reminds me a little bit of it. All right, so hopefully you can kind of see just moving from this is how I make money being a punching bag. Scarin is insane. I would love to meet that dude one day. I have no idea. You're right, Tom. Like, he's good. And I have no qualms about recognizing talent where it is. Scarin is insane. Roshan is insane. He's good. You guys are all inspirational. All right, so let's add some highlights and lowlights to this, okay? So I'm gonna make a new layer, and I'm gonna use like a warm color. Let's switch the blending mode to linear light, and let's go ahead and airbrush. I'm gonna use my core air highlighter. All right, and I'll just start to kind of highlight anywhere that might be receiving some of this beautiful alien highlight, right? So when you work with values, like the stream will be over in 5 minutes here. This is how easy it is. When you work with values, you can just hit, and the right blending modes, just hit those spots. Okay, hit those spots. We can play with opacity later, don't worry. Don't freak out, it's all good. It's Sunday. No reason to, you know, no reason to feel like you don't know what you're doing. We're just having fun. Liquid sci-fi Sunday, if you will. So I'm imagining, I'll do this on a new layer for you, so you're not like, what did you do? I'm imagining. Okay, that's definitely the wrong brush. Let's use the clean stencil, which again is huge for some reason. I'm gonna switch up this music because I love Paul, but I gotta switch this up. I love him, but whew. Let's see. Let's go with some regular chill hop here. All right. Hello, Bomink. Hello, Damian. Hello. I have no idea who it is, but they are next level. I like to tell myself I could do what Scarin does, and I probably could, but I don't know how much time it takes for them to do that stuff. Oh, that's right, I was explaining. So I'm imagining a light source from the up, but also the down. If you had a secondary light source that you wanted to include, you could do that. Maybe let's use a teal, for example. Some sort of mystic teal, and we can make that linear dodge add. Hey, this is a good beat. And then I'll go back to my airbrushes. I will give credit to Roshan for this brush. It's inspired somewhat by some of the brushes he uses. If you want to check his out, go for it. check them out. But yeah, if you have a secondary light source coming from the bottom, then we can kind of do that as well. Here, whether it's this nice teal, or we could do purple or something else. But I'm just trying to catch whatever surfaces might actually have that light. You can catch that just on the underside. This brush is interesting just because it has like a nice concentrated core to it. Alright, we'll just blend to the top. We're not gonna overtake the top here. Nice core, decent fall off. That's why I like it personally. And that's how I use it. I don't have time to make a video for this and show you guys how to do it, but believe me, it's pretty fun. Alright, so now let's hit the middle with maybe some purple here. And for that I'm going to use my big softy. Should I use purple or should I use red? Let's see. Switch that to add. Alright, we can do something like that. Nice and quick. And then if we want to like... Is Crispin a word? Crispin? Crispin sounds like the name of some British character in a novel. Crispin Robbins, the wizard. Anyhow, so if I want to restore some of the black to this, I can come in and just shade those in. This is just using another marker brush that I have. So, like I've said many times before, if you have lightest lights against darkest darks, it's going to help you kind of put emphasis where you want or need it in a sketch, okay? So take a look at your sketch, your value study here. You know, we just did one sketch and then we modified it a few times. Kind of came up with some ideas. I'm trying to decide if I like that. Actually, I do like that crisp line, so I'm going to keep it a little crisper. If we need to zoom in, we can reduce the brush size tremendously. Add details, whatever you got to do, all right? And then when you zoom out, just check it, make sure it feels good. And you're good to go. So super fast, super easy. And if you shade with those values, then it makes it much easier to modify. Oh, Contra, Nolan, thanks for the reference. You're right. I played a lot of Contra as a kid. Like, I'm surprised my parents let me play as much Contra as I did. Did you guys play Contra? My favorite was Contra 3. That was my favorite. That was for the Super Nintendo. But that's what I played. I would go to my friend Eldon's house on a Saturday morning at like 7. And I wouldn't go home till, 9 that night. We'd play Contra, Battlescope, Super Mario Brothers, Ninja Gaiden, all of that stuff. That's what we would do. Crazy. I was too poor for my own game system. My family didn't have enough money for that. So I would play with my friend Eldon's system. Really great memories. I'm not in touch with him anymore, but I am grateful for those experiences. So sometimes when I realize my kids have like an Xbox 360 or Xbox One S, sorry, and like a PS4, and we're probably gonna get a PS5, even though it's ugly as sin. Like, if you haven't seen my video on that, you can check that out. My review of the PS5. I will. Let me look that up and I'll send it to you. All right, PlayStation 5. I'm gonna send this link to you guys in the chat. Check it out. Svetlana, you played Contra? I need to visit Russia. Like, no joke. I need to visit Russia. I'm gonna rent a Lada. I'm gonna come visit you, hang out, we'll have some borscht, we'll draw, we'll talk, we'll play some music, guitar, whatever. I have always wanted to visit Russia, so if anyone from Russia is watching, I want to come one day. Hopefully next year when all this stuff settles down. That's what I want to do. Roshan, you're killing me. Roshan, I want to hear what you think about the PlayStation 5. Or if you'd prefer, we could do an Instagram live together. And I'd love to hear what you think. Just in general. So, you let me know. So when you have sketches like this, another thing you can do, I'm not going to do it on the stream here, but you can actually bring real textures in. Okay. Bring real textures in, apply them to your shapes, and it's gonna help these feel more real, I guess you could say. Like even in these areas, I could bring in like a shot of a rocket engine or something. Okay, I'm gonna switch to my front view here so I can maybe look something up. Let's try it. All right. So let's see. We got turbine. Let's look at some images. Or maybe it's a wiring harness, things like that. You know, cables, wiring. Like I'm gonna take this one for example. Let's copy this image. Alright. Give me just a sec, humans. Hey. Alright, back to our Photoshop here. Paste this image. I'm going to desaturate it. Increase the contrast. We'll just basically use this as a texture. Texture in this little area here. Maybe do some warp business. This is Sketch Today Live, by the way. If it's your first time, hello, welcome. Welcome to the hate train. Thanks for being here. You can leave your disparaging comment below. YouTube will probably catch it though, especially if you call me a monkey. They've actually gotten better at catching that one. Let's see. So we can just play with blending modes, figure what works best for us. I probably should adjust the opacity first. Let's do that. And then, actually I kind of like dissolve, but I'm not going to do it. Let's do color dodge. Yeah, man, if you guys saw the comments I get, you'd be like, holy crap, what? What? And I'd be like, yeah, man, you don't even know. You don't even know what's happening. Alright, so I'm just going to throw some of these textures on just to kind of help out here and there. If you want to reduce the intensity of a color like this yellow, we can drop the opacity, for example. I actually do want to play with what if the background was black. It's kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting. You gotta run? Alright, Roshan. It's okay. I'm wrapping up anyways, so it's all good. Cheers to you. Much love, peace, and happiness, and all that good stuff. What is borscht? I think it's like a soup, right? a soup or stew, something like that. So let's just go ahead. My Cintiq just turned off. I'm not sure what's happening. I bought a refurbished unit, so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I don't use it enough that I was like, hey, this has to work perfectly for me every single time. So I'm okay with inconsistencies here and there. It sounds like rat-a-tat, but it's not rat-a-tat. Alright, let's go ahead and keep transforming here if we want to. Again, you can just kind of tweak things, play with them, figure out what works. Alright, maybe do something like that. And then just to finish up, let's see, 1 hour. Okay, yeah. We'll finish up here. I'm going to make just some abstract shapes. That maybe relate to the shapes above. Just real quick, polygonal shapes. Let's fill those with black and then drop the opacity. Like so, and to help these pop, now I'm gonna use my, let's see, clean stencil right there, nice and clean, and create a little separation. Between these things and the background. Alright, just like that. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching, hanging out. I wanted to keep it short for you. Hopefully you've learned something. If you hate it, let me know. Actually, yeah, if you hate it, let me know. I'm totally open to suggestions, or try to be. So hit me up. Also, if you are looking for ways to contribute, that information is in the video frame, so you can make a donation, or if you'd like to just get some brushes. 2 ways to do that. One is become a patron. Become a patron at patreon.com/sketchaday. Okay, that's one way to do it. Or just make a direct contribution. Super welcome and appreciated. All right, so here's my quick sketch for Sci-Fi Sunday. Svetlana says it's a red soup with tomatoes, beet, and garlic. Very tasty. Lots of different styles, but any kind of soup is really great. Yes, I love soup. Soup is great. Peace out, Roshan. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry you have to go into the office. That stinks. All right, I'm going to sign this real quick. All right, sign that. And like I said, for patrons, this will be available on your on Patreon. You can check that out. Another quick hint here, by the way, if you want to change the appearance, you can go to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation, and then play with the hue. So it's going to change all the colors on these alien crafts. So if you want something more like that, or hey, I really like this purple-green combination, and you could make it lighter or darker, increase the saturation even. That's something you can do, and then you can undo that and see what it looks like, or redo. I kind of like the redo, and then let's adjust our levels here. You know, pull in, increase the contrast, or modify whatever you want to modify. All right, so super powerful things you can do using Adobe Photoshop. If you want one of them to have that effect, just make the selection you need. Okay, I'm just selecting this craft for example. Make that selection, and then I can modify my hue saturation, and now I have different concepts, and it's like, oh shoot, you worked really hard on this because you have all these colors and you have all these shapes, but really I just did one, duplicated a few times, modified where we needed to, and then we have these like alien craft concepts. I don't use gradient maps, Roshan. I don't know if that's a serious question or a joke, but no, I don't use gradient maps at all. All right. Well, thank you for watching and hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow for sure. 9 a.m. Pacific. I was a little late today because I made brunch for a friend, and it was very tasty. I made corn cakes, poached eggs, braised short rib, and a bright green arugula salad with my fresh garden tomatoes. It was very delicious. Maybe I should do a cooking show. I don't know. But yeah, my apologies for being a little bit late, but I'm here. Like I said, ways to support, you can do that. I'll be back tomorrow. If you watch this and you learn something, definitely take the time to share it with someone else. Not because it helps me, but because it actually helps you. When you teach, when you explain something to someone else, it actually helps you integrate that knowledge. So take an opportunity to try and teach, put yourself out there, become a little sketch monster. And it'll help improve your skills. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have a drawing for Svetlana and art that I need to finish, so I'm gonna do that today. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I hope you guys do. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging with me for the last hour. We'll be back with more good stuff. All right, take care, much love, and I will see you next time right here on Sketch A Day.